Today I'm taking a look at the LIBRATON nut driver set. So it actually comes with a nice case. Okay, so it looks like we got a metric over here on the black side and our SAE over here. We have our shallow sockets as well as our deep well sockets. Got a couple Phillips. We have an extension. That is about a 6-inch extension. That does have a mechanical chuck on it so that we can get a little bit more length. And they are labeled on the socket as well as on the case. For the metric, we got 5, 5.5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, and 13. So no skip there is an 11, which I've never seen 11 anyway. For the deep well, it starts at a 6. Then we got 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, and 16. It's also counting the 16 as a 5/8. So we do not have a 5/8 on the SAE, so it's counting this one as the 5/8. We have a 3/4 on the deep well, it's counting that as a 19. On the SAE side, we got a 7/32, quarter, 9/32, 5/16, 11/32, 3/8, 7/16, and half. And in the deep well, we got 5/16, 3/8, 7/16, half-inch, and 9/16, and 3/4. This is actually a fairly complete set. We also have kind of a fancy socket right here. So this is a 12. We already have a 12, but this also has a slot cut out of it. So this is going to be our wing nut driver. It can also be handy for installing things like screw hooks, basically anything that you would want a slot for. So very nice that they included that in this set. Something that's pretty cool about these is they do actually have a magnet in the short sockets. The long sockets do not have a magnet in them. And that is strong enough to hold onto a bolt, even a bolt that does not fit it. So that is a very strong magnet. And in the event that you need to use this in order to drive a bolt into an area where you can't really reach, that can make your life a whole lot easier. So the long socket is going to help for whenever you got to work on a nut that has a longer size bolt, just because a shorter socket might bottom out. And of course that does lock in no problem. Okay, so this would be a good example of when we can use our extension. That allows us to get the reach that we otherwise wouldn't have. And then the extension will also help for something like this, where we got to drive a screw, but we got something in the way. Cool. So overall, that is a very handy set to have around.